The news hit me like a punch to the gut. Judge orders tomb guard to remove Medal of Honor. My heart sank, a cold dread washing over me. I'd known James for years, ever since our days in basic training. He was the kind of guy who embodied everything good about the military. Honorable, dedicated, and with a quiet strength that made you believe in him. He was a hero, not just in the abstract, but in the most tangible way imaginable. He'd earned that Medal of Honor, the nation's highest military decoration, through an act of incredible bravery and selflessness. And now, some judge, sitting in a courtroom, was ordering him to take it off. It felt wrong. Deeply, fundamentally wrong. I remembered the day he told me he was going to be a tomb guard. His eyes had shone with a solemn pride. It's the highest honor, he'd said, to stand silent watch over those who made the ultimate sacrifice. He trained relentlessly, every movement precise, every uniform crease perfect. He understood the weight of that responsibility, the sacred trust placed upon him. He wasn't just guarding a tomb, he was guarding a legacy, a promise to fallen heroes that they would never be forgotten. Seeing him there, in his immaculate uniform, performing the sentinel's walk, was always a powerful experience. You could feel the history, the respect, the silent strength emanating from him. The incident that led to this awful order was a blur of conflicting reports and legal jargon, but the core of it, as I understood it, was a misunderstanding, a clash between military protocol and civilian authority. A small, almost insignificant detail, blown out of proportion, and now threatening to unravel a man's entire career, his entire sense of purpose. It was a stark reminder of how quickly life could change, how easily a lifetime of dedication could be undermined by a single moment of controversy. I visited James in the days that followed. He was a shadow of his former self, the light in his eyes dimmed. The quiet strength was still there, but it was tinged with a deep sadness, a sense of betrayal. He spoke in low tones, his voice raspy with emotion. "I wore that medal with pride," he told me, his gaze fixed on some distant point. "Every time I looked at it, I remembered why I served, why I put my life on the line. It wasn't for me, you know. It was for them." He gestured vaguely, as if toward all the fallen heroes he had stood guard over. It was a symbol of what we all strive for. The thought of him having to remove it, in a courtroom, under duress, was agonizing. It wasn't just a piece of metal, it was a part of him, an extension of his soul. It represented the blood, sweat, and tears of countless soldiers, the sacrifices made for freedom. To order its removal was to diminish not just James, but every soldier who had ever worn the uniform, every hero who had given their all. The day of the court appearance arrived, heavy with an unspoken dread. I couldn't bring myself to go, couldn't bear to witness the public humiliation of a man I admired so deeply. I waited by the phone, my stomach in knots. When the call finally came, it was from a mutual friend, his voice tight with anger and sorrow. "He did it," he said. "He took it off." A wave of nausea washed over me. I pictured James, his strong hands, trembling slightly, unpinning the medal from his uniform. I imagined the profound sadness in his eyes, the quiet dignity with which he must have carried out the order, even as it tore at his heart. It wasn't just the removal of a medal, it was the stripping away of a part of his identity, a public repudiation of his heroism. His career at the tomb of the unknown soldier, a place he held so sacred, was over. The rigid rules, the unwavering commitment to perfection that defined his service there, had been twisted and used against him. He was a victim of a system that, in its attempt to uphold justice, had inadvertently inflicted a profound injustice. In the weeks and months that followed, James tried to pick up the pieces. He found a new path, a new way to serve, but the wound remained. He rarely spoke of the incident, but I could see it in his eyes, a flicker of pain that would surface whenever the subject of the military, or service, or medals, came up. It was a stark reminder that even heroes are vulnerable, that even the most honorable among us can be brought down by circumstances beyond their control. The judge's order might have been legal, but it was not just. It was a cold, clinical act that failed to see the man, the hero, behind the uniform. And it left an indelible mark on James, a scar that would never truly heal. I often think of him, standing guard, his silhouette against the sunrise, the Medal of Honor gleaming on his chest. It's a powerful image, one that will forever be etched in my mind. And it serves as a constant reminder of the day a judge, in his wisdom, ordered a hero to remove his honor, and in doing so, ended a career built on dedication, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to a sacred trust.